What is going on, guys? We're bringing you an NBA 2K22 video. This is next gen. Now, I'm basically going to be talking about what is wrong with the gameplay in this game. And this is actually a CPU game. I'm not playing this game, but I'm just kind of walking you through why this game is not. Why the gameplay is, the flaws in the gameplay. One thing I notice when I play is when you're controlling an offensive player with the ball, he is very slow, which means it's hard for you to take advantage. And as you can see, like right there, you can't really get around players, regardless of your speed. Something you see a lot in NBA, guys cross over or just running by guys who are standing too close to them. You can't do that in this. They don't let you. And the last gen version, the PS4 version, you can do that stuff. The players move a little bit quicker, and I don't know why they slowed them down, because it's not unrealistic or anything, or it's not fictional speed. It looks normal, but the thing about this one is your fast players are not rewarded over slow players. I mean, regardless if you're quick, you cannot really get around players. And if you have a slow defender on you, and a lot of this gameplay does look good, but the game is built to be catered for the online gameplay, the my player stuff, and that's why they do it like this, so it can be more competitive. I feel like that's what the game is built around. But if you don't set any picks, you're not getting around anybody. I understand they're trying to make it difficult, and so you see a bunch of picks over and over and over again, because that's almost really the only way to get open. Moving the ball around effectively doesn't seem to get anybody open. That's why you see a bunch of screens, just screen after screen after screen, even when it's just CPU. As you can see, he's setting the screen. It's just screen after screen, because if you don't set those screens, you're not getting open. In NBA, they get open by moving the ball around, running certain plays. This game, it's really just all about that screen. Otherwise, you're not getting open. I don't care if you have a slow offensive player, with the no. If you have a fast defensive player and a slow defensive player, you still can't really get around it. You would probably have to do something with the slider settings, or play it on rookie level or something like that. And who wants to do all that? The way they play, it's almost like they're playing in an open gym or something, like recreational. Like the defense is very aggressive in this, and that is not a bad thing. Okay, but when you look at this game, it really does look good. As you can see, he's wide open. Another way to get open is if they're playing zone defense and you move the ball correctly. You can find open spots like that. But you know, it's a lot harder to do that. One thing about the AI is some of the stuff they go for. Like in real life, he wouldn't go for that with that guy standing right there. He'd go for a different move. The moves that you go for, sometimes they're not even regarding the defender in his position. And if this is gameplay for you know a user, you use that analog to do your moves. There's another screen. See the way he did that? To me, that's an AI flaw. They go for moves that don't relate to where the defensive player is, and I don't think it's extremely bad, but they often, when they're in the paint, the moves they go for, it's almost like they're disregarding that defender there in his position. Because in reality, the move that you go for is going to be based on what the defender's doing. Like if the defender's smothering you too much, you might hook it. You're not going to go for just a blatant, simple, easy layup. With the guy smothering you like that, they do that in this a lot. See, he got open, but he chased him down. Two keys there. That screen got him around him, because that's really the only way you're getting around anybody is with that screen. If you don't set a screen, you ain't getting by anybody. And that's not consistent with the NBA. The NBA, you get open with your footwork, your speed, go around defenders, but in this game, it seems like you can't do that. And in a lot of ways, the PS4 version is actually better than the PS5 from a gameplay standpoint, because in this one, I can't even tell who's fast and who's slow by playing the game. By controlling them, you have to look at their attributes. You have to actually go into attributes and look at it, because you can't feel it on the court. If you take the slowest player and the fastest player and you make them run with the ball, you can barely tell the difference. Because in this game, they make them a little bit slow. And like I said, it's kind of like the way Madden is. They cater it to the online competitive community, but they make the exhibition and franchise mode, which is offline, play identical to that. And sometimes that's not exactly reasonable. It doesn't really make sense. And everybody is a great defender in this. Everybody. Did you there? You see the way he went for that layup? He went for this slow, easy touch layup with the guy right there. That's why you see so many blocks in this. Because when they go in the paint, they just go for any layup. They don't care who's standing there. They don't try to fool the defender. They just do a layup as if they're warming up before a game, and you see a whole bunch of blocks because of that. Again, I'm not controlling any of these players, any of these teams here. I'm just kind of giving you an example of the flaws in this game. And these are just small adjustments that can be made. They won't make them because, like I said, NBA 2K is really for the my player community. It's not for the franchise. You see that? There's all these blocks in the paint because they're not even regarding that defender that's standing right there. The hand could be right in your face. They go for easy layups as if that defender's not going to catch it. So in the paint, the AI is flawed really bad in NBA 2K22. And it just seems to me like it's worse on the PS5 version as opposed to the PS4 version. It's just worse. I mean, first of all, when you have fast players in the NBA, they with good dribbles, it's a very rewarding thing in real life. That's called a mismatch. In this game, it doesn't matter who's guarding you. You're not getting around him unless you set that screen. And because they're trying to make it difficult so that the game could be based on, who's better than who and grinding your skill to become a better player. That's for the online community. There we go with that, going for that easy layup with the guy right there. It's not that. And I feel like games in the past for 2K weren't that bad in that regard. And I'm not saying they shouldn't get those blocks in the paint. I'm saying that you should see players not go for those layups with the guy right there. Go for something else. Maybe stop. See, like what he's doing right now made sense. He was pump faking. Looked like he was gonna go for the hook because the guy. Now, if you're stopped, they have higher AI as opposed to somebody running to the basket. When they run to the basket, their AI is very bad because the guy's hand could be already in your face, and they won't even try to fool him. They'll just try to go for a simple layup, and it gets blocked every time because. And I'm talking about CPU. This is an all CPU game right here. I'm not controlling either team here. And I hope these are things that they consider going forward. But this game is, they focused on making it difficult more so than realistic. Because in the NBA, you see guys burning guys a lot. Look at the NBA scoreboards in some games. Guys burn guys. You got guys that ain't that great defensively. You have guys that are way faster than other guys, and they burn them. But in this, it's all about that screen, and that gets annoying. I don't want to see. That's all you see. All these screens, man. It's like, and then you see the guy run for that layup. It's like the AI is programmed to just run screen after screen after screen after screen. Anyway, I don't like the shot meter in this either. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video right there. What do you think about what I'm saying? Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. I'm definitely right. That's why I'm showing you a CPU only game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.